Most people know Bill Gates as the co-founder of Microsoft, one of the most influential tech companies in the world. But what not many people know is that he has spent more than 2 decades steering his own foundation to become one of the largest private charitable organizations in the world. In fact, for nearly 3 years now, Bill Gates has been spending more time running his foundation than his company. He currently spends 500 hours a year on this pursuit, which is equivalent to a full-time job. So how has this transition happened? And why does Bill spend so much time on philanthropy? Well, join us as we explore the story of Bill Gates and his evolution from a young computer geek to a prominent philanthropist. Before we start, remember to give us a thumbs up and subscribe so you don't miss any new stories. Bill Gates was born on October 28, 1955, in the city of Seattle, in the state of Washington, United States. His birth name is William Henry Gates III. Bill's father, William H. Gates Jr., worked as a lawyer and was also the son of a lawyer. His mother, Mary Maxwell Gates, was an elementary school teacher, but she later became a member of the United Way Board of Directors in the PTA at Lakeside School. It was her side of the family that sparked Bill's interest in education and philanthropy. As far as childhood homes go, Bill had it pretty good. The house where he grew up was a large colonial mansion with 4 bedrooms, 3 bathrooms, and a pool. The house was located on a $10,000 lot in the exclusive residential neighborhood of Broadmoor in Seattle. Even though they weren't poor by any stretch of the imagination, Bill's parents didn't spoil him. He had high expectations of their son and hoped that he would use his intelligence for good. He had 2 siblings, an older sister named Christy and a younger sister named Elizabeth. When he was just 11 years old, Bill attended Lakeside School. That's where he met Paul Allen, who would become his lifelong friend and Microsoft co-founder. During his sophomore year at Lakeside, Bill learned to code and got interested in computers when he saw an Altair microcomputer at a store in downtown Seattle. He immediately thought of Paul, and the 2 friends bought a used terminal, borrowed a PDP-11 from a university, and created Trafo Data, their first software product. This was a traffic monitoring program that provided real-time updates on traffic conditions in Seattle to charge people $20 per month to use the service, which was a lot of money back then. It was so much money, in fact, that they made enough money to buy themselves new cars. After graduating from Lakeside in 1973, Bill attended Harvard University. However, he dropped out after 2 years because he felt that he could make better use of his time elsewhere. He decided to pursue his passion for computers and moved to Albuquerque, New Mexico, where he worked as a programmer for a software company called Trafo Data. At the time, personal computers were still in their infancy, and there was a lot of demand for skilled programmers. So Bill was able to land a high-paying job right away. In 1975, Bill returned to Seattle and started working for Microsoft as a programmer. At the time, Microsoft was a small startup founded by Paul Allen and Steve Ballmer. The company's flagship product was a programming language called BASIC. It was used to develop software for the Altair microcomputer, which was manufactured by MITS. By 1980, Bill was named president of Microsoft, and the company went public in March of that year. This allowed Bill to cash in some of his stock, and he used the money to buy a mansion in Medina, Washington. This would be his home for the next 27 years. Throughout the 1980s and 1990s, Microsoft grew rapidly. The company released new versions of Windows, Office, and other popular software products. These products were used by millions of people around the world and made Microsoft into a multi-billion-dollar company. But this success did not come without criticism. Many people accused Microsoft of being a monopoly, and the U.S. government sued the company several times. In the end, Microsoft was fined billions of dollars, but was allowed to keep its dominance in the market. By the turn of the century, Bill was ready for a change. He stepped down as CEO of Microsoft and named Steve Ballmer as his successor. He then turned his attention to philanthropy. In 2000, he established the Bill and Melinda Gates Foundation with his wife, Melinda. The foundation's initial focus was on global health and development issues such as HIV, AIDS, malaria, and tuberculosis. But over the years, the foundation has expanded its focus to include education, poverty, alleviation, and climate change. The foundation has made grants totaling hundreds of billions of dollars and has helped to save millions of lives. However, the foundation has also faced its share of criticism. Some people have accused the foundation of being too controlling, and others have accused it of being ineffective. But despite the criticism, the foundation has continued to grow and evolve. In recent years, the foundation has focused on using technology to solve global problems. For example, the foundation has invested in a number of startups that are developing innovative solutions to global challenges. The foundation has also partnered with a number of governments and nonprofits to implement large-scale initiatives. One of the most notable initiatives is the Global Fund to fight AIDS, tuberculosis, and malaria. This initiative has raised billions of dollars from governments and private donors to support programs in developing countries. Another initiative is the Breakthrough Action Lab, which works to develop and deploy new technologies to prevent and treat neglected tropical diseases. These diseases affect more than 1 billion people around the world, but receive little attention from the pharmaceutical industry. Despite the progress that has been made, Bill Gates knows that there is still a lot of work to be done. In a recent speech, he outlined his vision for the future of the foundation. He said that the foundation will continue to focus on using innovation to solve global problems. He also said that the foundation will continue to work on its goal of eradicating polio. This is a disease that has plagued humanity for centuries, and it is close to being eradicated. But there are still a few pockets of resistance that need to be stamped out. Gates also said that the foundation will continue to work on its goal of reducing greenhouse gas emissions. This is a critical issue that faces the world today, and it is one that the foundation is well positioned to address. Gates ended his speech by calling on others to join him in his philanthropic efforts. He said that we are all in this together, and that we must all do our part to make the world a better place. If you think about it, Bill Gates has had a profound impact on our world. He is one of the richest men in the world, and he could have easily spent his life pursuing his own interests. But instead, he has chosen to use his wealth and influence to help others. He is a true philanthropist, and we should all aspire to be like him. However, there's another side to this coin. There are those who believe that the ultra-wealthy, like Bill Gates, should not have so much power and influence. They argue that when someone has as much money as Bill Gates, they can basically buy anything they want, including political influence. Some people even believe that the ultra-wealthy are parasites that live off the labor of others and do not contribute to society. Whatever your thoughts may be, there's no denying that Bill Gates is one of the most powerful people in the world. He is a man who could easily get away with anything, but instead, he chooses to use his power for good. When you look at all that he has accomplished, it's hard not to be impressed. He's a successful businessman, a talented programmer, and one of the biggest philanthropists in the world. He is truly a one-of-a-kind individual. What's your opinion about Bill Gates? Do you think he's a hero or a villain? Let us know in the comments below. We hope you enjoyed the video. If you did, don't forget to hit that like button and subscribe so you won't miss any new videos. Thanks for watching.